I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's the rain and it's calm. For me, it allows me to just be present through everything. And what I mean by everything is everything that you guys don't see or that I don't see, that we all go through inside. Just being calm and knowing that God is in control. I want to talk about love and lust, and I want to talk about fighting, and what fighting truly is and what it isn't. Um, some fight, and you don't see them fighting. And what I mean by that is you're letting God fight for you. And so, in a sense, you're kind of fighting yourself by not fighting by what your natural nature would be, whether that's verbally or physically. Um, Fighting. And I'm letting God fight for me. And however that turns out, God is faithful in his promises that he works all things for the good of those that love him, keep his commands, follow him. You know, a Christian, a true Christian, walking in obedience and trust, giving your will over for his will, and being patient through that whole process, finding what that even is in your own life. So as said in a couple videos, this one will be short. I am personally going through a lot, and I'm not the only one. I'm going through things with and without people, alone, and through things that others are going through with me, away. And I'm letting God fight my battle, because I know in my own strength, my own emotion, my own will, what fighting would do to me or cause me emotionally. And I don't want that. I want what God has for me. And we're all fighting cycles and behaviors and ways. So that's normal. When we're uncomfortable, we jump to what is familiar, and that's people and your actions. And we need to fight that. And when we make the same mistakes, we need to see that we are not going about things differently. We're giving it to God. That's how we make mistakes. We can make mistakes, but there are certain mistakes we don't make when we're truly walking with God and giving this area of our life to him. I'm going through a lot, and so is my ex, and she's going through more than I know. I'm sure a lot that I could guess, and she would say you're right. So, you know, I hope that you heal in the ways that you've said for months with me that you need to do, and that you don't make huge changes or allow people in your life to make changes that make you vulnerable to help or mistakes with them. And only you know what that looks like. Sometimes we make choices that we can't go back on, or we don't see what that choice now, how that affects us later down the road. So we will learn this when we make enough mistakes in our life that we learn to trust God and not in our own understanding. So I'm letting God fight some battles for me, and maybe that allows the door to be wide open for the enemy and those that are struggling with choices of their own. That maybe it allows it to where In my physical life, things seem to be getting worse, or people's words or actions seems validated because they get a ruling in that way. But God is my judge, and He knows our hearts. He knows our reasons for things. He knows our beginning to our end, and He loves us, and He doesn't hold us to our mistakes, and He knows what caused those. So I'm letting God fight. And love and lust, lust will see you out. Lust has been this guy's biggest issue and pitfall the enemy is used, and I'm refusing to be used. It doesn't mean I don't go through attacks, but it just means that in those moments I need to go to God, and when I don't, I see that those attacks are that much more overwhelming. I'm 33 days celibate, and it's something for a long time I've wanted to do, and something that I tried with my ex, and I had failed. We both failed. It takes two. Wish that I gave that to her, and one day I'll give that to somebody. But I know for myself and my mistakes with what this sin has done in my life, what it's caused, and what it's allowed access for people in my life that I shouldn't have, or I shouldn't have had, and so much mistakes, travel, time, expense taken to fulfill this area of my life that is bad. So God is love. I am totally learning that literally everything about love is God, and so everything that you love or that you would want to have in your life to love, you need to have that love for God, that love that God has for that area that you are wanting, implemented into you. And so I pray for that one day. But lust will see you through. Lust will have you okaying people's behavior. Lust will have you okaying traumas and things, and lust will have you also be okaying behaviors that people make in your life, or wrongs that they've done, when we need to grow and learn and walk in love. And if we walk in love, there is certain types of love, the world says, and lust that we will not be doing or won't be capable of doing, and we need to fight the good fight. So I could go deeper into love and lust, and I will one day with scripture, but these things are hang-ups, and these things will hurt us. So don't go to them. Don't go to the people that cause that, and seek what God says about us, not people that are close to us, or find a recovery, find help, find God, and walk in that new strength that He gives us. Love and lust, two different things. Let God fight your battles.